Ever start a really good book, get to the last page, and wish there were just more pages? That's kind of what happened with this podcast. You all kept asking me for more, and I thought, well, why not? So I'm introducing Calm It Down Deeper. I know, another subscription, but this one's different. You're getting your weekly episodes on Sunday instead of Tuesday. You're not going to be hearing ads like you are right now. Plus, exclusive meditations, behind-the-scenes content that'll make you feel like you've got the secret menu at your favorite restaurant, and also just a deeper community. We're going to be doing live Zooms. We're going to be doing activations where we connect with each other and interviews and ask me anythings and techniques of how to just calm the mind. So if you're ready for the good stuff, head over to calmitdownpodcast.com and look for Calm It Down Deeper. Your future Zen self will definitely thank you. All right, now on with the episode. Have you ever looked into the mirror and thought, who am I really? Not the job title, not the Instagram bio, not the roles that you play in the lives of others, just you. It's a question that we don't often pause long enough to ask, and when we do, the answers can sometimes be unsettling. Because what if we don't know? Or what if we've been so busy trying to be something that we never figured out what that something actually is? A lot of times people share this feeling of loss with me. I hear it a lot. What am I even here for? They ask. Have you ever asked that? Well, in today's world, like where our screens, they bombard us with everything from global devastation to curated perfection, it's easy to feel like we're just drifting. Am I just here to walk around aimlessly, like eat some meals, watch Ted Lasso, have one or two highlights, and then just live on fumes? If that question has ever crossed your mind, I want you to take a breath. You are not alone. You're not. And then now, I want to untangle this together. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. I want you to imagine yourself as a puzzle. I know, just hear me out. Each piece represents something that makes up who you are. It could be your experiences, your beliefs, your passions, the moments that have shaped you. Okay, but somewhere along the way, you've been handed extra pieces. Maybe expectations from society, or opinions from family, or pressures from friends, or obviously comparisons with social media. But now your puzzle, it's cluttered with pieces that don't quite fit. So how do we find the ones that do to create this picture, right? Well, first, we have to start with what we know to be true. And sometimes this is hard. But what pieces have always been there? Like what moments make you feel the most like you? Not the you that others expect, but the version that feels effortless. Maybe it's when you're lost in a book, right? Or you're walking in nature, or you're playing music, or helping others, or just sitting in silence with a warm cup of tea. But whatever it is, that is your piece of your puzzle. But then there's the problem with borrowed pieces. A lot of us spend years, sometimes our whole lives, trying to force pieces that just don't belong. The career that looked really good on paper, right? Or the relationship that fits someone else's ideal. Or the version of yourself you thought you should be. Here's the thing. A puzzle only works when the right pieces come together. It's true. And forcing a piece into the wrong spot, it doesn't complete the picture. It just creates frustration. So what if instead of trying to be something, you started remembering who you already are? Here, I want to show you how in 3 steps, right? To find this missing piece of your puzzle. Let's unpack this box. So take a minute to sit with yourself and just sift through the pieces that have been given to you. We'll start with these first. Which ones feel real? Which ones feel forced? And if you could strip away every title, every label, every expectation, what's left? What remains? Because we have to recognize what sparks you, to pay attention to what brings you energy rather than what drains you. Not what looks good, not what's impressive, but what feels right. Because sometimes the most authentic pieces of ourselves, they're the ones that we've dismissed, right? Maybe it was just a hobby or not important enough. These are things we tell ourselves. But again, I want you to pay attention to what brings you energy rather than what drains you. And here's the hard part, at least for some of us. Let go of the pieces that aren't yours. Did you hear that? Let go of the pieces that are not yours. It's okay to leave behind the pieces that don't fit. It is. Maybe they served a purpose once, or maybe they were just never yours to begin with. Either way, you don't have to carry them anymore. You don't. You don't have to carry them anymore. But what I need you to hear is what I'm really about to say. So please, your identity is not a fixed picture. It's not. One of the biggest myths about self-identity is that it's something that you find, like it's hiding under a rock somewhere. It's waiting to be discovered, right? But identity, it's not forever the same. It evolves, it changes, and that's a good thing. You are allowed to change. Did you hear that? You are allowed to change. You are allowed to outgrow certain pieces. You are allowed to reshape your puzzle as you learn more about yourself. Because the goal isn't to have all the answers. It's not, but it's to stay open to the process. And that means sometimes embracing uncertainty. Taking a quick break here, kind of like when you pause Netflix and it asks if you're still watching. Yes, Netflix, I am. And speaking of binge-worthy content, comment down deeper, it's here. And it's like getting the director's cut of your favorite movie, right? I mean, more episodes, early access, no ads, exclusive meditations, behind-the-scenes content, interviews, ask me anythings. I mean, all of these things are like a backstage pass to serenity. So if you're curious, head over to calmitdownpodcast.com and look for Calm It Down Deeper. The regular show, it's not going anywhere. But deeper, that's where the magic is happening. Check it out now. Thanks. And now, back to it. There's this pressure. This pressure to have it all figured out, right? We all feel this. I mean, society loves to ask us, so what do you do, right? I mean, as if a job title can actually summarize an entire human existence. Guess what? It can't. But identity is bigger than that. You're not just what you do for a living. You're not. Nor are you defined by your achievements. You're not. I mean, think about it. If your identity were tied solely to your job, what happens when you retire? What happens if life takes an unexpected turn? Does that mean that you cease to exist? No, of course not. So the truth is, we're always becoming. We are. The person you were 5 years ago, not the person you are today. Think about that. And the person that you are today is not the person you will be 5 years from now. Let that sit in for a second. Think about that. I'm going to say it again. The person you were 5 years ago is not the person you are today. And the person you are today is not the person you will be 5 years from now. Which then presents a really difficult question. Who were you as a child? One of the best ways to rediscover your true self is to think about who you were before the world told you who to become. I mean, what did you do as a child that loved, right? That you loved so much? I mean, were you always drawing? Did you love playing pretend? I mean, did you find joy in making up stories or spending time maybe outside? Because sometimes the things that we loved as children, they're actually clues to what truly makes us happy. Maybe you always loved music, but just got talked out of it because it wasn't practical. Maybe you loved writing, but just convinced yourself that you weren't really good enough. Whatever it is, I want you to take a second look. There might be something there worth picking up again. So here, right now, I want you to give yourself permission. The world won't always hand you permission to be yourself. It won't. You have to give it to yourself, that permission. That means embracing the parts of you that don't fit into the neat categories, which is sometimes really difficult, right? I mean, that's the quirks, it's the contradictions, it's the interests that don't make sense to anyone else. But the fun thing is, you don't have to be just one thing. You don't. You can love science and poetry, right? And think about it. I mean, you can be introverted and love public speaking. Right here, you're looking at them. You can be practical and really, really deeply creative. I mean, the puzzle of self-identity, it's not about fitting into one mold. Did you hear that? It's about embracing the entire picture. Your identity is yours to shape. You know that, yes? Your identity is yours to shape. So if you're feeling lost, I want you to consider this. Maybe you're not lost at all. Maybe you're just in the process of rearranging your pieces of this puzzle. And that's okay, because it's your puzzle. So tonight as you wind down, I want you to ask yourself, what's one piece of myself that I know is truly mine? It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be profound, just one piece. And then tomorrow, start building from there. Because your puzzle, it isn't missing anything. It's just waiting for you to see it clearly. And then this week, as you go about your day to day, remember the pieces of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what's one piece of me that has always been there, even when everything else changed? And then I want you to hold on to that. Because sometimes finding yourself, it's not about adding more. It's about noticing what was there all along. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear it. I need to hear it. Sometimes finding yourself, it's not about adding more. It's about noticing what was there all along. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind. Join me again as we calm it down. Hey, I see that you have made it to the end, either because you loved it or because your phone's playing to an empty room while you're in the kitchen making a sandwich. I've been there. Either way, here's a scoop. Calm It Down Premium, it exists. Weekly episodes, no ads, early access, exclusive content. It's like finding out your favorite restaurant has a secret menu. But instead of extra sauce, you get extra serenity. It's true. So join me at Calm It Down Podcast. Look for Calm It Down Deeper. Or don't. It's okay. But why wouldn't you want the extra sauce? Either way, thank you. And until next time, be kind to your mind. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, see where I may be appearing in your area, or just simply want to know where to send me some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you. And you should only act upon the advice of this physician. Now, I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this in future podcast episodes to aid those needs. So to find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review, or better yet, share it with a friend. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of mental and emotional health. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down.